I'm a homeless Nigerian transsexual. I'm facing excessive abuse from the police. My mother has been killed. My friend Erigon has been killed, and I'm a witness to the Erigona's killing. I believe it was done on purpose. Arugana was trying to help me. But first, let me start from the beginning how this started. In 2000, my mother brought me here from Nigeria, and I had a green card stamp in my passport. When we arrived in JFK, I was arrested, and they've confiscated my green card stamp, saying children are not welcome in America, and um, and they wrongfully put me in deportation proceedings. And the case lasted 8 years. My mother ended up having a heart attack while the case was going on, you know, and then later on, the daughter's friend mental illness on my mother, and she had a second heart attack and died. Daughter's name is Apollonia and Flora. So I've been trying to sue the U.S. immigration that they played a role in my mother dying, because they did so many things to hurt my mother, and her blood pressure kept rising higher and higher. Like I said, she brought me here from Nigeria, and we landed at JFK Airport in July 2000, and I was arrested by the U.S. immigration, and they confiscated the green card stamp in my passport. Said children are not allowed in America. I was a minor child, which was wrong, because under international law and under American law, a mother has custody, a parent has custody of a child, and you can't just. It's considered torture when you take a child away from the parent. So they took me away from my mother, and she had to spend like over $15,000 for my court case that lasted 8 years. While the case was going on, my mother was hospitalized twice, and I was informing the immigration, and they didn't care. They said the case must go on. And they killed her like an animal. She's a U.S. citizen. And her daughters also joined in. They're U.S. citizens also. Got my mother locked up in the mental ward. She has always had problems with those daughters. They're very uncontrollable, and they've arrested them as children for beating up people and stuff. So the stress of my immigration case and the stress of our daughters acting uncontrollable got my mother to finally die. Finally. So before she died, the police also kicked us out of our home on Staten Island. And Erugana was like, what? And he said he's stepping in, he's getting involved. Erugana didn't know I was under immigration surveillance. So I had my cell phone with me. I was recording Erugana right where they killed him. Days before they killed him, he told me he's going to step in. He said the police shouldn't put you out of your home without a court order. He said that's not allowed in America. He said he's going to follow me to court. So I believe the immigration was listening in, and so I believe they sent the police to go kill Eric Garner. That who does it think he is? And the police surrounded Eric Garner at the same spot where I met with him on Bay Street and Victor Boulevard. And they were harassing him, and they choked him dead. I'm the only one that knows why they killed him, because I recorded Eric Garner before they killed him at that same spot in 2014. And nobody in America would help me get justice. I guess some people are jealous that we win a lot of money. And my mother's daughters also were very jealous of me, and they went and killed my mother. My mother said they were into insurance fraud, so they framed mental illness of my mother, because me and my mother was homeless for a long time. So they framed mental illness of my mother, and that got my mother angry, and they got her locked up at Bellevue Hospital, Manhattan. So my mother died of a second heart attack. The first heart attack she had was when I was in immigration court, and the second heart attack she had when our daughters locked her up in the psych ward. So, I believe the U.S. immigration, is at least partially responsible for my mother's death. So my mother died in 2015, and the 10th year anniversary is next month. She died in May. She was killed in May. So I'm trying to sue U.S. immigration under the Alien Tort Act, which has 10 years statute of limitation. So, the time is running out. next month will be the last time I could sue. So they've been surrounding me with the police. So this Eric Adam. So I've been posting videos online. Uh, you know, I've been posting videos online. I'm planning to sue the U.S. immigration. So I think Trump must have heard about it. So yeah, he's working in collusion with Eric Adams. Said he needs him to help him with immigration enforcement. So this Eric Adams issued a policy that the police has to be arresting us homeless and taking us to the psych ward. So anywhere I go, they call the police. So this is the incident where I was at the Staten Ferry. I was trying to use the bathroom, and they were telling me to get out. And anytime I try to use the bathroom, I have constipation, I have diarrhea, I have IBS. So the janitors, the Black American janitors, I'm a Nigerian. The Black American janitors would go and lock the door, and they would just be blocking the door. And some of them would say, "Oh, I'm saying, ha ha," ha," they've been making fun of me, treating like I'm crazy. So one of the Black American janitors is very notorious. She's a butch. I mean, transsexual. A butch is somebody that is a lesbian. So I say some lesbians don't like us gay, transsexual, because they believe, they like real men or whatever, because they are more masculine, so they don't really like, so she's always trying to get me killed. So they've been telling me that I'm going to get killed like George Floyd. I'm going to get killed like Jordan Neely. So they always threaten me around that neighborhood. They call me nigger. The Black Americans don't like me because I'm a Nigerian, you know. So they always, So she went and plugged the door to the bathroom. She acted like she was cleaning. So that there was a stampede. People were lining up. She blocked the extra bathroom doors, you know. So as I was waiting to use the bathroom, so they surrounded me with the police and get out of here. You're trespassing. I said, how can I be trespassing? I'm a green card holder. I'm not an animal. Don't just tell me, so you gotta leave. You're trespassing. You're staying too long as I'm waiting to use the bathroom. So, they were just menacing me. So as I was talking with the police, I had my luggage behind my back, and they stole my luggages from me, the ferry workers, just to drive me mad so the police can kill me. They said they want me killed like Jordan Neely. You know, so they were trying to pretend like I was. So I was telling the police, "Oh my goodness, my luggage is missing." While I'm facing you, I'm talking to you, you police officer. I told him my luggage is missing. I put my luggage behind my bag. I was like, "I don't see no luggage. Nobody took your luggage. You must have left it somewhere else." I'm like, "Stop talking like that. Why are you trying to make me look like I'm crazy?" I said, this is burglary. I need to file a police report. I was like, no, it's not a police report case. You must have left your luggage somewhere else. You're just confused right now. Then he's okay. I was like, stop framing mental illness on me. Like, please stop it. This is torture. So they went and hid my luggage from me just to drive me crazy. And so they were menacing Eric Garner like that, my friend, and they choke him dead. They say, once they get you angry, that they can kill you. They can now claim, you were aggressive, you didn't want to leave, you were, and they claim it's all accidental. They killed Diallo that way. They said they didn't really understand what he was doing. They were confused, and they shoot him dead before the bullet. So this Eric Adam is trying to get Africans killed. They say he orders his police to be arresting Africans on Canal Street, where they sell bags and they beat the Africans bloody. This Eric Adam said when he was young, they arrested him for beating up a prostitute. He was a pimp on Brooklyn Street. So one of the prostitutes refused to pay him for the work he was doing. He said he was protecting her as a teenager. So he said, so he beat up the prostitute, so they arrested him. I said the police beat him up also. He started peeing blood. So it's really damaged. It's a Black American's damage, and he doesn't like Africans. There was a time the police arrested me in 2019. I used to go to Brooklyn, because I've been homeless for 15 years. Eric Garner was trying to help me get out of this homelessness. And the police, when I beat Eric Garner dead, I believe the immigration was listening in because I was out of immigration prison then, but I had my cell phone with me. So they always listen in on that American law. Once you've ever been to immigration prison, the immigration and the FBI will put you on surveillance forever. Someone on a lifetime surveillance if you don't have a green card. Forever and ever. So they heard that Regana told me was going to help me because the police took my home wrongfully. I was in the basement apartment with my mother, and they kicked us out without a court order. So Regana said that's not right. He said he was going to help me go to court, and he's going to even help me pay for any legal fees So he encouraged me to go to court. I said he was going to go with me. That was the last thing I heard from him. As soon as I left him, days later, the police surrounded him and choked him dead. And his family is not really helping me. I guess they felt he died for me because, I'm a Nigerian and, so his family is not really helping me. So they run this city now. His family is friends with Eric Adams. So, I'm supposed to get a hotel room because there's a court order that anybody vacated from a basement apartment has to be put in a hotel room. And I've been contacting Eric Adams and he's been blocking me. He's been giving the hotel rooms to black Americans instead. I called him on Twitter, so it's leaving me on the street, and it's calling, and they're having, and it's been putting word out there that people need to get these homeless off the street. They belong in mental ward. They're crazy. They're dangerous. So the black Americans, anytime they see me, they mock me. They say, "Oh," I say, they be taunting me, like I'm crazy, and they go and call the police on me. So they just all want me dead. So please. I've contacted Jomani Williams. He's the public advocate of New York. I've sent him several videos, and it's not helping me either. I don't know. I sent some Caribbeans and some black Americans don't like Africans. They say Africans sold their ancestors into slavery, and now it's payback time. I don't know if that's the case with Jomani Williams, but he's the public advocate of New York, and he's supposed to help me. So, I can't get no assistance. I'm trying to sue U.S. immigration next month for killing my mother because while my case was going on, they confiscated my green card, said children are allowed in America, and so my mother fought for another green card for me. And so she sent $1,500 to the U.S. immigration, and they stole that money. So they told me they never got that money. She sent it money orders, 1,500, because that was the filing fee. Adjustment of status fee, and it was 1,500. So my mother contacted Hillary Clinton's office. She was the senator, and the Hillary wrote a letter to my mother that she Hillary contacted the immigration. They said they never got the money, so please send another 1,500. And my mother was working as a home health aide, earning $4 an hour. So she, used all her savings, sent another $1,500 to the immigration. So they gave me. So that was when they approved another green card for me. And during that time, my mother's blood pressure kept rising higher and higher because she was very worried that that she could die, and I wouldn't have a status. So she was worried about that. Then her daughters went on free mental illness on her, got her killed in Bellevue Hospital, and my mother died of shock that her own daughters would turn against her. When she has a heart disease. My mother's her daughters were into insurance fraud, and her daughters have a troubled history. One of them was on drugs, Bolanle, and the other one, Flora. So they had a criminal history. They beat up people. There was a time they beat up people in Pennsylvania. They had to lock them up in juvenile detention. So she's always, so our daughters were giving a problem, and the U.S. immigration was giving us problem. So my mother suffered 2 heart attacks, and now she's dead. So now this Eric Adams and his collusion with Trump. So they've been hearing I'm trying to sue the U.S. immigration. So they're trying to mess me up and lock me up in the psych ward so I will miss the filing deadline. And I suspect they're also into some fraud, collusion. So there's some scammers that have been bombarding me, telling me they want to marry me right away. I told them, no, I'm not looking for any marriage with anybody. Because, if you marry somebody, then whatever money you get from lawsuit, you have to share it with them. I don't even want the stress of getting married to anybody. So in 2020, they locked up all the bathrooms in the train station under Governor Cuomo, said because of the COVID. So I'm a Nigerian, I have diarrhea, so I was stuck outside. I couldn't find a bathroom to use. So a guy came on the train, so I was telling people on the train, can anybody help me? I have diarrhea, I need a bathroom, and people would just ignore me. So a guy told me I should come with them. He has an apartment in the Bronx, and I could come use the bathroom in his apartment, no problem. He said, I don't got to worry about nothing. I don't got to pay him or nothing. And I said, no, I'll pay him money. It was like, cool. So when we got to the apartment, he told me he wanted to get married right away, that it was just a lure to get me to the apartment. I said, no, I'm not looking to get married to anyone. I felt it was a scammer because I'm like, I'm trying to sue U.S. immigration for killing my mother. No lawyer in America would take the case. So I thought it was a scam. I said, no, I don't want to get married. So he raped me and beat me, punched me. My face was bloody. I called the police. The police wouldn't help me, and they kicked me out of his apartment. So I called the women's shelter. So I'm a victim of domestic violence. I told them I believe the government under Cuomo set me up because I'm trying to sue U.S. immigration and stuff, and they were just trying to mess me up. And they told me, no, we can't help you if you feel, the government was involved in getting you raped. So the women's shelter for domestic violence victims, said Verizon. They told me, no, no. They hung up the phone on me. So I believe they put me on the plug that don't give that Nigerian nothing. We're just going to kill this Nigerian like Eric Garner was killed. So I believe, and then in 2019, they were messing with me in the train station, wouldn't let me use the bathroom. So I was recording everything 2019 July. So I said I was going to post it online. And before I could post it online, they sent a guy to attack me in Brooklyn. Then the police came and knocked me down. They locked me up in the psych ward. While I was in the psych ward, they knocked me down and were choking me. So Trump was president in 2019. So we hired a guy called Cuccinelli. That name is very important. It was the head of U.S. immigration. Cuccinelli. When I was in U.S. immigration custody, my prison number was 494. That was Mandela's prison number. So I used to tell my mother that, my immigration number in prison was 494. So she was like, you're going to be famous like Mandela. I said, that's Mandela's number. So I believed the immigration was listening in as I was talking to my mother. So when Trump became president, they must have told him to save them from the lawsuit. So Trump hired Cuccinelli. The Nelly name is important to remind me of Nelson Mandela. And then they came and locked me up in detention, psychiatric detention 2019. Used some of these police officers to lock after they set me up. Then after they locked me up, within some days, Cuccinelli, head of U.S. immigration, said U.S. needs only immigrants that can stand on their 2 feet. We don't need immigrants that can stand on their 2 feet. At that time, they knocked me down. The police was choking me. I couldn't get up. I was trying to get up, and they all piled on top of me. The New York police, eight of them, and they were all choking me down. I couldn't breathe. And bystanders was recording the videos on YouTube. You can watch the video. And they choked me close to Eric Garner's death anniversary. They choked me on July 23rd, 2019. Eric Garner's death anniversary was July 18. So that's my birthday is July 8th. My birthday is almost Mandela's birthday. I believe Mandela's birthday is July 18. My prison number was 494. They killed Eric Garner July 18. So the U.S. immigration has been sending these weird vibes to me. And I'm the only one that understand it. Eric Garner said was going to help me. They killed Eric Garner on July 18. My immigration number in prison was 494. And Trump hired a U.S. immigration boss called Cuccinelli. Cuccinelli, the name Nelly. He was Italian American. And as soon as they knocked me down 2019, close to Eric Garner's death anniversary, Cuccinelli, U.S. immigration boss, said we need immigrants that can stand on their 2 feet. I used to panhandle all over Brooklyn, and the police came and knocked me down. And I was trying to get up, so they were trying to kill me close to Eric Garner's death anniversary on July 23rd. Then the head of immigration said, we need immigrants that can stand on their 2 feet. Around that time also, somebody told me my father died in Nigeria. And there was a Polish woman that used to come around me, say, you need to go home, you have a house. Stop saying you're homeless and stop begging for money on the street of Brooklyn. I said, what do you mean I have a house? Say, you have a house somewhere. Go home. I said, I don't have a house. Then later, I found out my father died in Nigeria. They said he fell sick and got an injection in the hospital, and he fell down, didn't rise up again. And the head of U.S. immigration said, we need immigrants that can rise up, that can stand on their 2 feet. So my father was put down. I was put down also. And this Cuccinelli made a statement. As soon as I was put down in Brooklyn, choked, I was trying to get, say, we need immigrants that can stand up. We don't want immigrants that can stand up. Then the U.S. immigration guy resigned. You know, I also have an incident with Trump. Before I talked with Eric Garner, I went to Trump's hotel in Taj Mahal. I was gambling there in New Jersey, and I was winning. And I never win anything, but for the first time in my life, I went to Trump's hotel and I was winning, 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 winning. They said this Trump is always bankrupt, and I was winning this hotel, and the security guard in the hotel got jealous because it was all white people, and I was a black person winning. So I had diarrhea. As soon as I went to the bathroom, I came and said, get out of here. We don't want you anymore. We don't want your types here. I was like, this is hey. I said, I'm winning, let me stay. He said, no. So I told him I was going to sue the hotel and I was going to sue Trump. So Trump, filed for bankruptcy and sold the hotel or something. So I came back to New York. I spoke to Eric Garner that I was having a problem. People are discriminating against me everywhere. And Eric Garner told me, you got my back. Any lawsuit I want to file is going to help me. The police went and took Eric Garner dead on Mandela's birthday, July 18. I believe that's when they killed him. And I'm the only one that will understand that signal. My prison number in immigration custody was July 18. Was 49 for Mandela's prison number. And no lawyer in America would help me. Even the Arugana family, they don't want to help me. Everybody's just silent. And this Arugana is friends with the Arugana family, and he's been ordering his police that they're going to be moving all the homeless to the psych ward. And they said in Brooklyn and in New York City, the police have been killing a lot of black Americans when they're trying to move them to psych ward. They use violence. They use taser. They use a drug called ketamine. That ketamine killed a Canadian actor, Matthew Perry. It was in France. They said he was using that ketamine also, because that ketamine it calms you down, but it also slows your heart rate. So they always try to provoke me and call the police on me. The black American workers in the ferry, when they see me, they say, and they making animal noises at me. I'm saying, you're black, making animal noises at me, an African. I'm like, are you people crazy? And they'll call the police on me. So it's inciting black Americans to attack me in the ferry. I think he just wants me killed because he thinks I'm going to win a lot of money if I'm alive. So it's like this Eric Adams made a pact that over his dead body, would he let an African win money while his own family friend is dead? So I'm going through this. This is crazy. So this Eric Adams said they should be locking up every homeless, and the black American workers would tell me go and lock up the bathroom. I have diarrhea, and they call the police on me everywhere. I approached Alvin Bragg. He's also the Eric Garner's family lawyer. I sent him a video. He's also the Manhattan prosecutor. He doesn't get back to me. So I don't know whether Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan prosecutor, and Eric Adams signed a pact that they're just going to watch me die. Because over their dead body, would they help me and let me win a lot of money after Eric Garner died? And I think they may be trying to pay me back that Africans sold their ancestors to slavery, and I, an African, is going to win money over their dead body. There was a day I saw Eric Garner's mother in Queens, and she has to be the one because she wears her hair in braids. And after I saw her in Jamaica, Queens, the police camera will record her. A black American came and punched me in my stomach. And I fell, and I was crying, and I called the police. And the police mocked me. And they said, who punched you in your stomach? We can't see anybody. Are you crazy? So they've been punching me and beating me up. Oh my goodness, let the black on black hate stop. Let the black on black hate stop. Let the black on black hate stop. My mother's daughters killed my mother. My mother said they were just trying to kill her early so they can get insurance fraud money. They put a life insurance policy on my mother. My mother suspected went to insurance fraud. So they're calling the police on me everywhere. This Eric Adams said he wants the police to be locking up homeless. And there was another incident. After Eric Garner was killed, I was still homeless on the street. So somebody told me to go and stand in Trump's house. That they're gonna give me free food. There's a Christian group that's gonna give me free food. So I went and stood in front of Trump's house on Fifth Avenue. Within 5 minutes, Trump arrived in a black SUV, was in the back seat, his driver, and they sped towards me, tried to knock me down, and I ran away. And the U.S. immigration must be listening because I had my cell phone with me, and I'm under surveillance since they put me in immigration prison. It's life surveillance. They're going to put me on surveillance forever and ever, even though I have a green card now. You know, so people were telling me that's Trump in the backseat of the car trying to hit you with his SUV. So the U.S. immigration was listening, the FBI was listening, and they never arrested Trump. Then Trump went and boasted about it that he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. You know, so I've been trying to get Trump arrested, and he went on and became president after that incident. You know, then in 2020, COVID hit, and Trump started saying people should drink bleach. People should drink bleach. And the lady drank bleach and died. It was me Trump was trying to kill. Because I'm into alternative therapy. There was a time I ordered acid. While my immigration case was going on, I ordered acid. I wasn't trying to kill myself. There was this acid. They say, alternative therapy. They say if you drink it, it kills bacteria. So I was trying to kill any bacteria in my stomach because I always have diarrhea. They say bacteria could cause diarrhea. So when I drank that acid, I started having a bloody hemorrhage. So I quickly called 911 to go to the hospital, and I told them, so I guess the FBI must have picked it up that I like to use alternative therapy. Sometimes I could buy $500 worth of alternative therapy products at Vitamin Shop. I do, at that time, you know, I like to practice alternative therapy because I always have diarrhea and stuff, So I always buy a lot of alternative therapy products, So I think Trump has FBI agents that leak information to him. So when COVID hit, he started telling people to drink bleach in 2020. I almost drank bleach because I thought it was going to cure me from getting COVID. And the lady drank bleach and died. So this Trump has a lot to be afraid of. And I believe that's why he said he wants to work with Eric Adams and cancel Eric Adams' criminal charges. Even before, in 2019, there used to be a lot of Turkish people that would call the police on me in Brooklyn. I didn't really understand it. Eric Adams was the borough president of Brooklyn, and a lot of Turkish people were calling the police on me on Park Slope, between 28th Street and 36th Street, on 4th Avenue. And one of them, attacked me, and the police came and knocked me down and took me to the psych ward. And I never really knew what was about until a few weeks later, Eric Adams went and made a speech in Harlem. Say, we're tired of you outsiders that come to New York and think we should tolerate you. No, we don't have to tolerate you. You're trying to change our speech. So go back to where you came from. Because at that time, anytime the police harassed me in Brooklyn, I would always brag. I would say in Ohio, when Nigerian became a mayor there in Ohio, I say Nigerian became mayor in Ohio, I'll be bragging, like that. I say in Iowa, they allow immigrants that don't have papers to get driver's license. I say you police need to stop bothering me. Say, New York needs to be like Ohio and Iowa. Then the police came and knocked me down and choked me. Then, like Eric Adams was taunting me, weeks later, he made a speech in Harlem, January 20, 2020. Say, you go back to Ohio then. You go back to Iowa then. We're tired of you outsiders coming to New York telling us how we should live and we have to accept you. So we don't have to accept you. So they all have things to cover up. So they're calling the police on me, say, Ricardo said they should be arresting us homeless, put us in a psych ward. I'm afraid they just want to taser me to death. So they have the black Americans that would be making monkey noises anytime I go to use the bathroom in the Manhattan terminal of the Starland Ferry. This is weird, this is bizarre, and this has to be investigated. So please, if anyone can borrow me money, my telephone number is 347-562. Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me get my telephone number because I don't know it by offhand. So I'm trying to get my phone number. Please hold on 1 second. I should be better prepared, I know. I'm just doing everything impromptu. So my telephone number is My telephone number is 347-805-5662. That is 347-805-5662. Please send me a text message. If you can text me a virtual debit card or tell me how I can get the money from you. But I'm being bombarded by scammers, people that tell me they want to get married to me to save me from this police killing me. And I tell them, no, I'm not trying to get married to anybody. And people that say they want to have sex with me to save me from the police. I said, no. And the guy took me home and told me he wants to get married also. I told him, and he raped me and kicked me out. And the police refused to arrest him. So I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking to adopt anybody's child. I'm not looking for any sexual relationship. I'm not looking to sponsor anybody. I suffered enough. I just want to be able to sue U.S. immigration and get some money to take care of myself. I don't want any problem with anyone. I just want to be by myself. So I don't mean to disrespect you. Whether you're a scammer, whether you're real, I just don't, I'm not looking for marriage. So please, if you're going to help me with money, it's going to be an unconditional humanitarian financial assistance. And if you want me to pay back the money, please put it in a text message to me. And I'm not looking to adopt any child. I'm not looking for any form of sponsorship to sponsor you in the future. And in case I'm killed or I die, I want civil rights activists to administer my estate and get justice for me and my late mother and help me sue the U.S. immigration. And also my mother's daughters, Marilyn and Flora, should be locked up for killing my mother. And the rest of the money should be used to help people that suffer xenophobia, especially people that have been deported under Trump. And also, I'll be posting videos every day on Instagram and on YouTube. Please, if you notice I don't post in one day, it may mean I've been arrested by NYPD and put in psych ward, or I've been arrested by U.S. immigration because my green card was stolen by the NYPD in 2019 when they knocked me down, choked me. And U.S. immigration boss Cuccinelli was saying he wants immigrant that can stand on their 2 feet. My father was put down also in Nigeria. They said he went to the hospital and they injected him and he couldn't rise up the wall. And people were saying it was suspicious. The Nigerian embassy wouldn't help me. I don't have any loving family member anywhere. So, and I'm not really welcome in Nigeria because I'm a transsexual. So I would like to remain in America to get this Trump arrested and Eric Adam arrested, so please help me contact the U.S. Congress, but please help me contact Jumaane Williams. Is the public advocate. He should be able to help me for free. I'm not looking for marriage with anyone. I'm not looking to sponsor anybody. I'm just trying to sue U.S. immigration and sue some other people. And if I'm able to get the money, I want to just be able to heal by myself. I don't want any relationship with anyone. I've gone through enough trauma, So please, this can't continue like this. This Eric Adam needs to be arrested. And, I also wrote an email to the judge handling Eric Adams' criminal case. His name is Judge Ho. So I said he shouldn't cancel that case. And Eric Adam went and told the media that some Negroes, some Black Americans call me nigger also. He said some Negroes want him removed from office. And it was like, we shall see. Are they crazy? Say, are those Negroes crazy? We'll see about that. Say some Negroes. So Nigeria's name is a racist name the British gave Nigeria. It's from the word nigger. So, the U.S. immigration has been monitoring me online. So I used to write online tell people online that the Nigerian name is derived from the word nigger. The British gave it the word nigger, like nigger area. That's what the name Nigeria means. So I believe this Eric Adam, he has spies in the FBI that's telling him ways to insult me. And even the Business Commissioner that was arrested said Eric Adam has spies in the FBI. So they always tell him who the FBI is watching, and they always tell his friends that FBI is watching them and they should hide their phone. So the former Business Commissioner is being arrested also, So the Eric Adams threatened that some Negroes want him out of office, They must be out of their mind. He was issuing press conferences like that. And since then, his police have been chasing me everywhere. And they'll try to frame mental illness on me. And you have black Americans making monkey sounds and won't let me use the bathroom. So this is weird. This is crazy. And I believe this Eric Adam wants me killed. His Way's family friend Eric Garner was killed because I think it's just jealous that why should I win money when his own family friend has died, and believes I'm going to win a lot of money. So I think he believes over his dead body. So, I know. And also there's a court order that people that vacated from their basement apartment like me should be given hotel room. And I've been trying to get the hotel room. So I've been contacting Eric Adams on Twitter. He also posts his phone number on WBLS, a Black American radio station. That people call him. A lot of Black Americans call him. He promised to help them. When I text him, he doesn't help me. They said even his son went and stayed in one of those hotel rooms. Spent $60,000, stayed there. I guess he was just trying to taunt me. And the press were like, we don't understand why your son went and stay in a homeless shelter. I was like, he took his girlfriend there, and Eric Adam was laughing. So, the kid, this is what kids do. So I need a hotel room. He left me on the street. And, so he's been putting things in the because I criticize him a lot to get me jealous. And there was a time somebody shoot somebody, a child dead in Brooklyn, and he went to the funeral, and he said he said anytime he sees a child is dead, he's always wondering whose child is going to get killed next. So I felt that message was directed at me, cause in the gay community, the Black Americans refer to us gays as children, and this Eric Adam. So they, say child. I'm a transsexual, and this Eric Adam put a message in the press like 2 days ago. So he wants the kids out of the street. And since then, the Black Americans have been attacking me, calling me child, calling me a little baby, and they'll be, framing mental illness on me. So they said Black Americans call gays child, because there was a song called "Who Child Thinks It's Gonna Get Better," So they just. So this Eric Adam is sending code words to the Black American community to attack me. They said he was also in prison as a teenager. Eric Adam was in prison as a teenager. They said he was a pimp, and it was as a teenager in Brooklyn. It was a bodyguard for a prostitute, and the prostitute refused to pay him, and he beat up the prostitute. So the police went and arrested Eric Adams and put him in prison. And they beat him. They said they beat him silly, and he was peeing blood. So he's damaged, and he's using this. And now he joined the police force when he came out of prison. They said now we send this police to be arresting Africans, selling bags in Canal Street, and said this police are beating the Africans bloody also. So it's like he wants the police to be beating Africans bloody. So anytime I try to use the bathroom, the Black Americans will call the police on me. They will block the bathroom in the ferry, Stanley Ferry. So I'm not looking for a sexual relationship with anyone, but please, and I'm not looking to sponsor anybody. I'm not looking to adopt anybody's child either. So please, if you're going to help me with money, please text me. Tell me if you can send me a virtual debit card, or how you're going to send me the money. And please let me know if it's going to be a loan, if it's going to be humanitarian assistance, non-conditional humanitarian assistance. I'm not looking to marry anybody. I'm not looking to have anybody. I'm not looking to be anybody's surrogate. I'm not looking to adopt anybody's child. I'm not looking to be part of any sex network. And I'm not looking to be part of any sex cult or any religious cult whereby the master of the cult would dictate for me how to live my life. Please, I'm a Judeo-Christian, but I'm not looking to be in any cult. So I'm being bombarded with scammers that try to lure me to a fake marriage. They say that's the only way the police won't kill me. If I marry them, that's the only way I'm going to be saved. So I'm not looking to marry anybody. And also please keep watching my Instagram page. I'm going to be posting videos every day. If you notice I haven't posted a video in 24 hours, please go to federal court, Brooklyn Federal Court, and get an habeas corpus petition to free me from custody. Because if I don't post a video within 24 hours, either they've sent ICE to arrest me. I'm a green card holder, but they've stolen my green card. The police stole my green card and locked me up in 2019. So in case I don't post videos anymore, either the police have arrested me, put me in a psych ward, or the immigration has arrested me. So so please go to federal court if you don't see me posting within 24 hours and get an abuse corpus petition. Abuse corpus petition is what is a court papers you file to challenge unlawful detention, whether by immigration or the police or a psychiatric hospital. There was this guy that has a green card. It was in Columbia University, and the immigration arrested him. I believe his lawyer filed the habeas corpus petition to free him, but the court denied it because they said his case is relating to immigration. You know, but me, I have more evidence that Trump and Eric Adam are biased against me. I'm being entrapped. You know, so I have a stronger case, and I could be killed. My father is, I've been told, was died in a suspicious manner. My mother's been killed also. My friend Regard has been killed. So I want the U.S. Congress to investigate this. So please help me contact Jomani Williams. Help me contact all the civil rights groups. And if, in case I die or killed, in case I die or get killed, only my state should be administered by civil rights activists, provided they haven't denied me help in the past. Only people that haven't denied, civil rights activists that haven't denied me help in the past should administer my state and get justice for me and my late mother. Make sure my mother's daughters are arrested for killing my mother, Bolali and Flora. And also, and the rest of the money should be given to charity for those that suffer xenophobia like me, especially those being deported by Trump. You know, and in case I'm disabled, or civil rights activists should, you know, be in charge of my custody and rent me a place and make sure I'm still in the United States. I'm not safe anywhere else. My mother has family all over the world, in England, Canada, Nigeria, but she reached out to them and they never helped me or her when we were homeless. So my mother said, we really don't have anybody that care about us. So she told me my mother told me, she ever dies, I shouldn't contact any family member. I should only contact strangers to help me. And even Eric Garner told me before he was killed that I should go to the court. And he told me something that was very, very weird and very spiritual. He told me if he can't go with me to court, if anything happens and he doesn't go with me to court, that I should tell the court that I deserve justice. So the court has to give me justice. So you've suffered enough. So that was very weird. I was recording him when he said that. And days later, the police surrounded him and choked him dead. So this is weird. This is weird. He has to get justice. And I saw his mother in Queens one day. I know it's her in Jamaica, Queens, because her hairstyle, she does her braids. And soon after that, a black American guy came and punched me in my stomach in Jamaica. It's like they're blaming me for Rihanna's death. So I called the police right away, and the police was making fun of me. He said, "Who punched you? Are you crazy? Are you mad?" And the police was laughing. I said, the police camera picked it up. I said, "I just saw Rihanna's mother and the black American guy." And it hit my stomach. So I'm getting beat up by black Americans. So this has to be investigated, and it has to be her because she does her hair in a braids, and she does it to the front. She's the only person that does that, but that starts from the 80s. And I saw her in Queens. And as I got on the E train from World Trade Center, they put a black American guy. He looks like Eric Garner, and he told me, "You're going to get beat up. You see." So I brought my camera out. I said, "This black American guy that looks like Eric Garner said I'm going to get beat up. I don't know what that's about." Then when I got to Queens, I saw Eric Garner's mother, at the Jamaica station. She was buying stuff. I didn't, so I wasn't sure it was her or not. So I just walked past her, and soon after that, a black American came and punched me in my stomach. And I called the police. The police came and recorded everything, and the police didn't help me. They were making fun of me. So this Eric Adam, you need to stop it. Ivanberg, you need to stop it. I know you're close to the Eric Adam family, but getting me killed wouldn't make up for Eric Adam's death. I'm sorry, got killed. And I don't know why you don't want to tell the truth. And you don't want me to win a lot of money, but that's not fair. I know black Americans didn't get reparation money, and you want me to suffer and not get anything also. That's not fair. Two wrongs don't make a right. So don't join with this Trump to get me killed, okay? So please contact the whole world. Eric Adams needs to be investigated. Trump needs to be investigated. Alvin Bragg needs to be investigated. Let's stop the genocide. So please keep checking my page because I know they're going to retaliate against me. They keep sending the police to arrest me everywhere, and they keep treating me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. So in case I get locked up in a psychiatric hospital, please file an habeas corpus to free me. The Brooklyn Federal Court has told the city of New York and the government here to stop arresting poor people under different guises. In 2013, Eric Garner was telling me about that case. He said the law is on your side, buddy. He said, you tell the court that, so the court would help you. Eric Garner was telling me that where they killed him, and this the person that killed him, I guess they were listening in, and they were so mad at him that he was giving me the real information. Said the police can't mistreat you anymore. Said be brave. Said go to court. So the court is going to help you. I said remember what I told you. Said I may not be able to go with you to court. Said but the court will help you. Tell them they have to help you. And I recorded everything. So Eric Adams, Trump, and Alvin Bragg need to be investigated. I'm tired of getting punched. I'm not your punching bag. I'm sorry you didn't get reparation for the black Americans that was enslaved. But I'm not your punching bag. I'm human. I have feelings. So stop punching me. Stop it. Stop it. And let the court case begin. And Al Sharpton threatened. I wrote a letter to the Brooklyn prosecutor. And Al Sharpton said that they're going to fight back. He said on his show after I read a letter to the Brooklyn prosecutor that once Eric Adams prosecuted, and Al Sharpton said on his show that they're going to fight back, that they have to be included in any money. I think the Arugana family got money already for the Arugana dead, but I guess he said they have to be included in everything. So I guess they want to get paid also for the way the immigration arrested me and stuff. I don't know what is internet. But he said, and Al Sharpton on his show last Saturday. Today's April 26, 2025, last Saturday. I don't know the calendar, what date that is. But they should indict Al Sharpton also. As soon as I wrote a letter to the Brooklyn prosecutor, Gonzalez, I sent an email, and my phone is being hacked also. Al Sharpton, I said, Eric Adams was saying some Negroes want him to be removed from office. And he said, those Negroes are crazy. And I said, and since then, the police has been surrounding me, everywhere, trying to lock me up. So I wrote an email to Brooklyn prosecutor. And then Al Sharpton said, he also calls people Negroes. And he said he knows how to turn the table around. So he was boasting. And since then, the Brooklyn prosecutor, Gonzalez, never responded to me. So they believe I'm disposable. So they do no need to give me justice. But this is getting more crazy and violent. So the Gonzalez has to be investigated. I don't know how long it takes them to respond. So please, this case has to be heard in court. I'm not their punching bag. Whatever grievance they have, they need to go to court and tell the judge. So the Brooklyn Federal Court issued an order. Eric Garner was telling me about it in 2013. He was killed a year later. He said the police should desist from arresting people wrongfully. But Eric Garner said they should continue. So they need to arrest Eric Adams for being in contempt. And he refused to put me in a hotel room. He left me on the street. There's a court order from Brooklyn also that anybody vacated from the basement apartment should be provided a hotel room. And there's many hotel rooms in this city paid for. They leave it vacant. They said even Eric Adams' son, no pun intended, went and stayed in one of those hotel rooms. I guess just told me his name is Jordan. And the press picked it up. So he took his girlfriend there and they stayed there for many nights, paid $60,000 while I'm on the street getting punched by black Americans. And there's a court order that I should be put in such hotel rooms. It's a luxurious hotel room this Eric Adams paid for, and there's nobody there. And I've been texting him. It goes on WBLS, a black American radio station, Eric Adams, every second Sunday of the month around 10:30 a.m. 11 a.m. and he'll be telling Black Americans if they need anything, they should contact him. He got them and they'll tell him, cool, we were going to call you. I said, okay then. So I texted him. He never helped me. I said, I need a hotel room. I've been vacated and he never helped me with a hotel room. He left me on the street. So this has to be investigated. Using his power to deny me my right. I have a green card. My mother has a US passport. She's now dead. But we applied for that hotel room and they never give it to us. It's been 15 years I've been waiting. So please, everybody, keep checking my page, my Instagram page. If you notice I disappear, I don't post anymore. They probably locked me up. I hope they don't put me in the mortuary. But find out where I'm at. Ask for an autopsy to be done. I don't want my sperm to be given to anybody to create a baby. I don't want a baby, whether if I'm alive or dead. So there's some scammers that have been, bothering me. Telling me I'm going to, calling me baby mama, baby dada. I'm a transsexual. And I tell them to stop it. I'm not into any I'm not looking for any sexual relationship with anybody. So, I don't want to have a baby with anyone. I don't want any marriage. So if you're going to help me, I don't want to have a baby with anyone. I don't want any marriage with anyone. If you're going to help me, it has to be unconditional. So please text me and let me know if you're going to help me. And I'll give you my phone number again. I don't know without friend. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's 347-805-5662. 347-805-5662. So if you can send me money by virtual debit card, I prefer you text me. Because I'm being bombarded by scammers that say they want to marry me right away. And I'm not looking for scam marriage or any marriage at all. I'm not looking to sponsor anybody in the future. I'm not proud. I'm just trying to heal. I just want to be by myself for a while. So this is what is going on. So as I was talking with the police, to drive me crazy, I had my luggage with me. And as I was talking with the police, they noticed I was distracted. So the ferry workers stole my luggage and went and hid it. So I was telling this police officer, look, as I'm talking to you, they stole my luggage. This is obstruction of government administration. Could you lock these people up? And the police officer said, nobody stole your luggage. You must have left it somewhere else. You're just imagining stuff. I said, stop talking like that to me. I'm not crazy. I said, my luggage is with me and the ferry workers must have stolen it while I'm talking with you. And it was like, I think you're just imagining stuff. So they told them to be framing mental illness on me, feigning mental illness on me. So I told them I want a police report. I said, no police report for you. So they finally went and brought my luggage where they hid it. But that's attempted burglary. It was burglary in progress. Until I told them I was going to go to file a case in criminal court. That's when they gave me back my luggage. So they robbed me in 2019, also stole my green card when the police arrested me. So they told them to be stealing everything from me. I believe. And then Eric Adams went and posted that we don't have to accept you outsiders. Go back to where you came from. After the police put me in psych ward in 2019, it was the borough president of Brooklyn back then. And the police used to mess with me. So I used to tell the police that they need to stop messing with me, that the Nigerian became a mayor in Ohio, and people, undocumented immigrants in Iowa are getting driver's licenses. I said New York should emulate that, accept us foreigners. Then the police arrested me soon after that, locked me up in psych ward. Then Eric Adams went and boast. Say, you go back to Iowa, you go back to Iowa, you go back to Ohio. We're tired of you outsiders that come here, so we have to accept you. We don't have to accept you. New York is for real New Yorkers. And he was boasting about it. And that day they stole my green card when they arrested me. So I don't have proof of my immigration status anymore. So I could be arrested by ICE, I could be arrested by this police. So this has to be investigated. And the name of the immigration boss then was Cuccinelli. So that name has significance because when I was in prison, they gave me Nelson Mandela's prison number 494. And they killed my friend at Uganda that promised to help me on Nelson Mandela's birthday, July 18th. I was born on July 8th, 1981. Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918. So my birthday is very similar to Nelson Mandela's birthday. So I used to tell my mother that I was under FBI surveillance, immigration surveillance. And so she was like, wow, God wants you to be famous. That's why your birthday similar to Nelson Mandela's birthday, and they went and killed Eric Garner on Mandela's birthday, July 18. I believe that's when they killed him. I'm not sure of the date, but they killed him close to that date. So definitely, it was killed on purpose. And they gave the Eric Garner's family money, and they kept quiet. And since then, and it's like they want me, people want me gone. They want that misery to remain a mystery. Mystery. This is weird. This is weird. And I'm getting punched. I'm getting surrounded by the police. That's all I can say for that. This is weird. And the whole world has to say this is weird. This is weird. We want to know what's going on. Eric Adams, Eric Garner's family, the whole world march for Eric Garner. We all deserve closure. This is not the time to be silent. Al Sharpton, don't be silent now. Yeah, your Eric Garner family got paid. But this is not the time to be silent. We need more further investigation. This is weird. This is weird.